Hello, everyone. This is Florian Santos. I am a strategic interventionist and a certified life coach. I wanted to share something with you because there's a lot of people who go through depression. And some depression may be clinical depression, and some depression may be a temporary depression, and some depression is probably a pattern of behavior where you would get stuck because your body is so used to it. Now, I wanted to bring your attention to what happens when someone is depressed. And if you could think of an infinity circle, okay, so it's two round ones sort of like this. So it's a circle that goes back and forth and back and forth. So what happens when someone is depressed is that they continue to circle over and over again in their depression, become very, very quiet and subdued, and probably would rather be left alone and not be with anyone. There's many things that you can do to make it even more felt than you normally would, because people who are depressed tend to kind of sink in and say, I'm just gonna feel this depression and start to become very sad. So what happens if you've been in that position for too long will switch to the other side where you gain power and get energy back. And when that energy comes back, it usually comes with anger. And that anger is usually to say, I've had enough of this, it's been going too long, and I've been in this position. And anger starts to happen, and then you start to defend the depressed position. And as you're defending it, you're here now, you're gaining power, and then you get very, very tired because you just gave it all you've got, and then you go back to depression again. And then the whole cycle begins, and then you're up and you get more momentum and you get angry, and then you go back to depression. Well, that is a pattern, and the only way that pattern can be broken is if you change it. And most of the time, to change it, in order to change it, you have to step out of that pattern and do something to grow, progress. You have to move towards progress, because really, as human beings, we tend to move towards progress. Progress helps us to continue to keep going. And when there's no progress, you will definitely sink into that little area of depression. So try to find a way to progress and move towards growth. Because if you're not growing, all of us, if we're not growing, we're dying. And you can grow by learning something new, learning a new language, learning something new. That is part of growing. Meeting new people, being outside, that's a sign of growth. Or doing something to lift your spirit. Change your room, clean it up, fix it up, make it feel good. Progress, progress, progress. Progress will counteract depression. And being the opposite of depression is being around people. So if you want to get away from depression, you should be around people to take your mind off of you and your issues and move it on to something else. I know a lot of people who do get depressed, and I myself have been there. Some of us may need just a little bit of medication just so we could balance. I'm not a therapist. I am a life coach, and I will help you coach you towards progress, but I'm not going to identify any mental or health issues. I will help in coaching. So if you need some help and you need to see a doctor about your depression, the best thing to do is to see a therapist. And it's okay to see a therapist and have a coach at the same time, because the therapist is dealing with something else, maybe the cause and the issues, and going back to how it happened and how that can be helped psychologically. I help with what's going with you on with you right now to help move you towards your goals, and we're going to work on what's exactly going on today and get you to a better position and help you to progress. So that's where I help, for you to progress, and so you're not stuck and or feeling stuck. And I help you go through transition until you get to where you need to be. But that's the difference between a therapist and a life coach. My life coaching involves NLP, visualization, and really taking the time to plan so that you can get to where you need to be. Whether it's just a little bit of a push to get you moving towards where you want to go, accountability possibly, or teaching you how to manage your time, manage your work, manage your family, and help you to move towards a better career, a better position, and what have you. So good luck to you. Please remember that you've got to get out of that pattern. And that is my word of the day. Take care. Bye-bye.